Hey guys, this is your girl Ashira Nelson from SavvyGirlMoney.com. Hello, I have not been on my channel as much as I have liked. I have been meeting with clients more and having one-on-one consultations to get started with preparing new clients, my old clients' tax returns, because it is tax season. This is a big season for me as a CPA. I get to meet so many new people. I really love this time of year. And honestly, maybe a year or two ago, I probably would never have said that. Kind of doing what I love. And it feels good. It feels good to know your shit, help people, and really enjoy it. So this is just my time right now. This is tax time. And a lot of people are receiving back refunds. So this video is dedicated to those individuals. So if you have a sister, a mother, a cousin, a friend who had a refund check this year, please send them this video. Go ahead and like this video and make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you can receive notifications of when I drop new videos. So today the video is titled Refund Rule. Yep, this is my refund rules. So congrats to you if you are receiving a refund check this year. If you did not know, all taxpayers do not receive a refund check every year. Back when I was a lovely college student, which I wish I can go back to those days, but I can't. I am now in adulthood, so there's no going back. But back in those days, I used to get a refund. I used to use that refund to live. Not live in a sense of enjoying life, but just live, to take care of my necessities, to save. I wish I had used it to pay off my student loans, but I did use it to pay off my credit card debt. Any debt that I incurred during the year and didn't pay off, I used my refund checks to pay it off then. I remember, because I had some pretty high credit card limits back in college. Of course, they have grown now, but back in college, for a college student, I was balling with the credit cards. You know, they like to throw them off at college students. So I remember one time I put my rent on there. I put like all of my bills because I had known that tax season was coming and I wasn't really working a lot. I had like a college study job where they were paying me probably $7 an hour, something very small like that. So I racked up this credit card, but I always knew that when tax time came, I would pay this credit card off. So, and when I say rack up, I mean like $1,200. I mean, this day and age is not a lot. But back when I was a student, that was a lot of money. But I was getting checks for like $3,000, $4,000. So I always made sure, no matter what, my plan first was to pay off my debt. So using the rules that I have always practiced, I created my own refund rule. So let's jump in and discuss my rules. So when you receive a refund, you want to make sure you hit certain categories in life. That being, you want to make sure you have some savings. You want to make sure you pay off some debt, cover household expenses, take care of your kids. You want to be able to entertain and take care of yourself, personal care. And those 6 categories are very important to me because I feel like they are my everyday categories. They're not just my tax refund time, but those are all the 6 areas that I always hit in life when it comes to expenses or how I allocate my funds. So I want to help you to allocate your refunds to these 6 different categories. And my great refund rules consist of touching or allocating funds to all 6 of these different categories. So my refund rule consists of allocating 20% of your refund check to your savings/emergency fund. And that is Finance 101 rule. Always make sure you have a solid emergency fund before doing anything. This goes into the notion of paying yourself first. I have this cute little video where my daughter explains how she handles that rule, and it's actually at the end of this video. It's titled Understanding Your Paycheck, but there's a cute little gem that my daughter and I partner in at the end of that, where she talks about how she always save first. She's 4 and she don't always practice this because she don't have a lot of money, but just to have that principle instilled in her and for her to vocally on her own say to pay yourself first or to save, to stash a little, I want you guys to do the same. So before you do anything else, consider saving 20% to go into your emergency fund. My recommendation is to open a separate emergency fund so that you separate it from your other cash. And let this be a place that's not easy to access. Don't carry the card on you. Just let it strictly be for emergencies. So if something happens, you pull the card out of your drawer and you handle your business. But don't have it accessible where you can keep swiping and just going crazy with it. Use it only for emergencies. The next place where I would allocate my funds is 10% to cover my debt. This is a key time of year to handle any small credit cards you need to pay off, like I did back when I was in college, or you can pay off that bank account that you have allowed to overdraft for the last over 5 months, and you finally got this lump sum of cash and you can pay it off. So if you know who you are, if you're owing Chase Bank or PNC $300 in overdraft, and now you can't use your bank account because you have overdraft so much, pay them off now. This is the time. Use this time wisely and allocate your funds wisely. Next, I would allocate 30% to my household. And what I mean by that is use this 30% of your refund check to update your house. If you know your child has outgrown their room, go ahead and update a few furniture items for your child. Or if you just need a new comforter set, use these household funds to take care of that. If you want to start a great diet plan, buy you some healthier food with these funds, or that NutriBullet because you want to start drinking smoothies and stop stopping at Starbucks or Robex to eat breakfast every morning. So use these household funds to handle some things around the household that you would like to update to help make your life better. Next, it's all about the kids. And if you don't have kids, use this 10%. Increase your savings by 5% and increase your debt by 5%. But if you do have lovely kids like me, I have my one, take care of your kid expenses with 10% of that. Sounds like, well, I don't want to allocate a certain amount to my kids. My kids deserve whatever. But if you're handling business, if you're trying to find a solid foundation, you have to handle and allocate things right. So use this percentage to take care of some things with your kids. Like my daughter is in preschool, I can get caught up on some preschool expenses. Or this is like the second half of the year, maybe buy some school supplies, buy a new book bag. What I'm going to do, even though I don't receive a refund, but with my normal funds, I'm going to buy my daughter a new winter coat for next year. She grows a lot, so I'm going to buy it 2 sizes too big. and just buy it now while it's on sale. I've seen the cutest coats in stores. So take care of some kid expenses. Buy your kids some nice new, spring is coming up, some spring shoes. Maybe get the spring jacket now. But definitely make sure you use coupons so you can spread the money out, because you only have 10% to handle those expenses with your kids. Next up is some fun. The rest will be strictly fun, things you can enjoy with your family and with yourself. Next is 20% to entertainment. This one is key, and I really love it, because what I mean by entertainment is not going to buy, I don't know, a DVD from the man on the corner. No. I'm talking about entertainment that creates memories, ones that your kids or your spouse will talk about forever. And I mean forever. Go ahead and put your down payment on a vacation. Buy those plane tickets you've been wanting. Just do something nice that's going to create memories. And that's what this category is all about. 20% of your refund to create memories with your family and for yourself, because that's very important. And the last of my refund rule category is 10% to personal care. I am all about personal care, and whatever you feel like you need to take care of you to get your mind right and really get you through and look back on the year and say, oh my God, I did that financially. I have these funds. I handle my business. I allocated things to debt, to savings, to my household, to my lovely kids. And now it's all about you. So go book you a spa day. Go get your hair done. It's just 10% that's strictly all about you. And another thing you can do with the 10%, if you're like a nurse, go buy them shoes you've been wanting that all the other nurses are wearing, that makes you just feel comfortable as you're walking or standing up all day. Just remember, it's strictly all about you. And I want to give an example of how a taxpayer can use this refund with the actual amount. So let's say your refund check is $3,000, and using my refund rules, this is how the percentages equivalent to actual cash. So if you put 20% into your savings account, that will be $600 that you have allocated towards your emergency fund that will be there in case of emergencies. No, they don't happen every day, but this is your safety net, your rainy day fund. And it will be $600 there to just get you through. We are in 2018, so you'll have this net there to hold you over. Then you'll have the 10% for debt, and that equivalates to $300 to cover your debt. So like I said, if you owe Chase Bank, pay them off now. Just pay them off. Or consider paying off a nice credit card. You have maybe $100 at Children's Place and $100 at Old Navy, Gap, anywhere. Pay off those cards with that $300. Now you have your regular paycheck that you don't have to allocate towards these funds. Then for the 30% that will go to your household, that will equivalent to $900 that you can use to cover household expenses and do some lovely updates. Next is the 10% that you would use for your kids. That equivalates to $300. Next, we have the 20% that needs to be allocated to entertainment. That will be $600 that you can put towards a vacation and to make memories with your family. Then the 10% for personal care will be $300. So if you have that wig or weave that you have been dying to have, but you haven't had the funds, now go ahead and get it. I love to treat myself to a spa day, and that runs me about $100. I would be able to use these funds to do just that. You can go get your hair done and still have money for the spa, but use that $300 to take care of yourself. And if you add all that up, it actually equals your $3,000. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my refund rules and how I would allocate my refund check. Spend it wisely. It don't always go far, but you can really make it count if you try. If you try to do the right thing and not just blow it, really enjoy, think about these funds and how you can really stretch them and use them wisely. I hope you guys take my tips and hit me up on my Instagram page or my Facebook at Savvy Girl Money and tell me how you like my refund rules. I'll see you guys again, and make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up, guys. And I'll see you guys soon.